We're going to talk about Dolores Cannon's most controversial prophecy finally explained. Don't know who she is? Maybe you need to. I'm going to explain that today and what she had predicted for the future that's happening now. Let's explore it. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears, live an absolutely amazing life. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, explore all the free stuff that I have for you to transform your life. Go down in the description. I've got amazing free videos, ways for you to earn money while changing the planet, your own life, ways to break through fear. Go explore it, because we're all about transformation here. So let's talk about Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon, who, by the way, I got trained by, she spent decades gathering information from clients under hypnosis, revealing visions of Earth's future. Now let me explain how this works. She was not a channeler. She would place people into hypnosis, which I'm trained to do, but she would take them into past life regressions, and some of those lives took them into timelines way beyond this planet. But there were other beings, a group of high-level beings that would give her material for a book. She actually wrote books through the information coming from these beings. Very positive information, and she has written many, many, many books. You might want to go check it out. They're absolutely fascinating. But one of her most shocking prophecies, it's been ridiculed, censored, and misunderstood. So today I'm going to unpack it and explain why it may be coming true right now. So let's talk about the new Earth split. We talk a lot about why is this happening? Because if you're in density and there are others awakening, it is absolutely a blatant split, because we don't have each other's best interests in mind when we are in a lower frequency. So therefore, we're looking after our own best interests. We're not working in community. But there's a whole new group of people who are going into service to others, community, creating that new world. So Dolores spoke of this separation, not physical, but vibrational. One Earth moving into higher frequency, the other staying in fear and chaos. And many thought this was impossible. How is that? In fact, people had envisioned actual separate Earths. Well, that's not so crazy. Why? Because if everything exists at once, there is a planet Earth that lives in a high frequency and one that lives in density. Just like there are endless scenarios of your life, and you get to pick which one you experience now. You actually get to shift into. You can be a completely different person if you choose, with a completely different ending. You're in control of that. So many thought, of course, this was crazy. This was impossible. So why it was so controversial? Scientists dismissed it. Even spiritual communities debated it, because it suggested not everyone would move forward in the same way. And we don't want to believe that. Well, wait a second, are people going to leave? Well, even the Bible, they said that some people would just disappear. Now, I don't think it's going to physically happen quite like that. I think we're just going to be living in a different reality. And all of a sudden, some people just won't be in your life anymore. So let's talk about the evidence that it's happening. Look around. Polarization is intensifying. Some people are waking up to the compassion. Others are clinging to fear, control, and conflict. This is the vibrational split in real time. Ask yourself what you're doing. Are you still in fear, control, conflict, separation, pointing fingers, judgment? Are you still saying they're wrong? Where does that line end? You either are in compassion or you're not. It's not saying it's okay for that behavior, but the more we push ourselves into the higher frequency, the more we affect the lower frequencies. So Dolores always said, the choice is yours. Which path you align with depends on your consciousness. And that's why I have a video series that helps you shift into a different consciousness. How does this work? We must see our reality, our experiences, what's out there, completely different than we have. We have to see that there's divine purpose in everything that's happened at this point, that we have free will, that nothing is just simply imposed on us, or that the future is just how it's going to be, and that we have to prepare for it. We have to recognize we're creating it, and that's that split earth, and it's happening now. We are seeing evidence by physicists, by scientists, that there is a frequency change. There are changes on planet Earth happening. How are you going to react to them? Will we pull apart or come together? We must not give our attention to those in the chaotic world that will remain, because there are some that will just fight tooth and nail to the end to try and maintain it, and that is absolutely impossible. So no one ever has control of you. Let me conclude this by saying the acceleration that's happening in 2025, I'm going to tell you why it feels so intense and what you can do to harness it instead of being overwhelmed. So the first one is the shock factor. Across the world, people are reporting vivid dreams. I'm having them. I love going to sleep because I live a completely different, unbelievable adventure in my dreams. Are you? Take a notebook and try to remember your dreams. It is another world and it's real. Sudden awakenings, unexplained anxiety. Why? You are feeling the shift. It doesn't mean that you are going into a negative space. You're picking up on the collective, and there is anxiety for those who are clinging to the material world. And this isn't random. It's part of the energetic acceleration. We were warned by Dolores Cannon and others about this. So let's talk about the hidden truth. Governments and media talk about disclosure, but what they don't want you to know is that disclosure, it's not about UFOs or technology. We already know what's out there. It's just being hidden from us. It's getting a little silly, isn't it, to wait for them to tell us what? Something that they've been lying about forever? This is about you. It's not about their disclosure. Humanity is being pushed to evolve at light speed, and not everyone's ready for it. Okay, you might say that you're not. You absolutely are. So what it feels like, if you've been exhausted, emotional, or questioning everything in your life, you're not broken, you're transforming. I have made huge changes this year. I've gone through some things that I realize I'm going to release and let go, and other things have come in that are completely changing everything in my life, and I'm embracing it. Even those of you who feel like there's nothing to correct, you're going to find yourself shifting into an even higher vibration and functioning different in a way you never thought possible. So this acceleration, it's breaking down old systems, old beliefs, personal limitations, so you can align with the higher consciousness. So the shocking part, not everybody's going to handle it well. Some will resist and feel trapped in fear. Others will step into their power and rise into the new reality. Which path are you choosing? This spiritual acceleration of 2025 is your wake-up call. This is what we're going to see in 2026 happening. It's your choice. You can either collapse into fear or step into your awakened future. If you want tools to help navigate these changes, sign up for my free email series and videos, my free webinar. I have a series of videos and assignments that you'll get every few days to help you realize how programmed you may be, even if you think you're in an awakened state. You may be absolutely shocked when you find yourself judging, going to negativity, pointing fingers, instead of realizing everyone on this planet is a light being playing out a role. A very dark one in many cases, but still part of the light being. Will you judge it? Will you change it? It changes right here. Let's congregate as a beautiful community and be the example for the new world. Again, I hope you'll subscribe and share my videos. I've got more coming about these prophecies, predictions, beautiful things that we're going to experience, and some of the things that are going to be a little unpleasant, but they're going to test us and allow us to demonstrate our greatness and how we are going to react differently in this new world. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You have everything right here. It's not out there. It's not something you have to get or attract. It exists right here. Let the rest fall off and dissolve. And the jewels in your pockets will be revealed. They were always there. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.